Sleepers, and welcome back to CuddlesRUs. So today we've got a huge one. We're diving into a brand new public test client update for Dune Awakening version 1.2.0.0. This patch marks the start of Chapter 2 on the test servers, and it's absolutely stacked with new story content, gameplay features, quality of life improvements, and, of course, a giant list of bug fixes. But just remember, this is the public test server content, so nothing is 100% final yet. Funcom is gathering feedback before this goes live on the main servers, which means this is your chance to help shape the future of the game. And hey, if you enjoy breakdowns like this and you want to stay up to date on all things Arrakeen, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so you never miss an update. Also, don't forget to hang around at the end of this video for a new song. Alright guys, let's jump right into it. Alright, so let's start with what most of us are here for, the continuation of the main story. The new chapter is called The Great Convention. This storyline picks up immediately after the events of Find the Fremen and the Assassin's Handbook. Without spoiling too much, it does expand on the political side of the narrative, as you're reminded once again of your mission: wake the sleeper and find the Fremen. The Lance Red and the Deep Desert both play a bigger role in this chapter, so if you've been hungry for more story content, this is a big addition you're not going to want to miss. Also, one of the biggest fan requests has been answered. We now finally have the character Recustomizer. Both Harko Village and Arrakeen City now have dedicated Recustomizer rooms where you can completely overhaul your character's look. You'll need to pay for it in-game, but it does give you access to 4 brand new hairstyles, new tattoos, and custom tattoo tinting and color options. This means you're not locked into your original choices anymore, and you can finally adjust your look to match your armor, your guild's vibe, or just your current mood. And speaking of armor, completing the advanced trainer contracts now rewards you with an exclusive armor set unique to each trainer. On top of that, you also get a customization item that lets you apply that style to the other armor of the same type. If you've already finished these contracts, don't worry, you'll get the rewards retroactively. Now, let's switch things up and talk a little bit about combat, because this patch is bringing some serious changes there. First up, the brand new weapon, the Adept Missile Launcher. This is a duraluminum tier launcher, and it gives infantry a much better chance against air vehicles early in progression. Missiles can now be crafted on the standard weapons fabricator, not just the advanced one, so infantry players, this is a big step in balancing out those Thopter-heavy fights. Combat tweaks don't stop there, though. There's also the fact that the basic rocket launcher now has a lock-on functionality. NPCs have been updated to be more responsive, so they'll activate shields when spotting enemies, sprint attacks are easier to aim, and bonus accuracy builds up much faster depending on tier. Also, dashing out of abilities now has added VFX, making battles feel just that much more dynamic. Also, rockets now properly damage the vehicle module they hit, and targeting for melee skills like Bindu Nerve Strike has also been improved. All in all, combat should feel a lot snappier and more tactical after this patch. And of course, we can't forget about vehicles. Vehicles did get some love too, especially for those of you hauling gear in and out of the deep desert. Assault Ornithopters now have more cargo space, so that means the inventory slots have been increased from 15 to 20 and the total volume doubled from 1,000 to 2,000. Huge buff for haulers. Also, Ornithopter rockets have been fixed to fire where you're aiming, rather than behind you or into the ground. They now explode properly at the end of their life. Also, missile lock warnings now have sound alerts, and trails and flares look way better visually. There is also camera improvements when using tools as passengers, plus more reliable HUD warnings for missiles. And talking a little bit about the exploration. The Deep Desert Shield Wall has been expanded with new caves, loot setups, and rock formations, so make sure you get out and explore those. Also, spice fields have been smoothed out for better resource generation, and sandworms have had their behavior tweaked. They'll now check if players or vehicles are nearby before breaching. That should mean fewer completely random deaths, though, well, it's Arrakeen, so you're never completely safe, so do keep an eye on that. This patch also comes with a ton of quality of life improvements, which make everyday gameplay a lot smoother. Auto run toggle is finally in the game, and that's for both characters and vehicles. My biggest thing for sure is the fact that you can now rename placeables in vehicles as well, which is just a massive win for base organization. Whether you're with a guild or a solo player, that is going to come in very handy. Also, contracts can now be tracked directly from their map markers, and they also added hotkeys for switching vehicle seats with cooldowns to prevent spamming. Also, UI improvements are across the board, like clearer storage labels, role permissions, HUD warnings, and better map marker organization. And even emotes and loadouts now display more consistently without shifting your HUD. So definitely improvements across the board. So finally, let's touch on the massive list of fixes. I won't go through all of them because there are pages worth, but here are some key highlights. They have fixed multiple crashes and infinite loading issues, they improved server stability and anti-cheat measures, tons of animation fixes from janky weapon transitions to unnatural character twists, sandworms, of course flying, and quicksand bugs got addressed very quickly. Also, visual polish everywhere, lighting, shadows, cinematic lip sync, even how sand deforms under footsteps in vehicles. And, of course, dozens of UI bugs squashed from respawn menus to map filters to inventory displays. This is one of those patches where you can really feel the devs trying to tighten up everything across the board. And there you have it. That's the deep dive into Dune Awakening 1.2.0.0 Public Test Client Update. With new story, customization, weapons, vehicle buffs, and a laundry list of fixes, this feels like one of the most impactful patches we've had yet. The best part? You can test all of it right now on the public test client, and Funcom wants your feedback to help polish it before it rolls out to the live servers. Let me know down in the comments, what's your favorite addition to this patch? Is it the Adept Missile Launcher, the new story chapter, or maybe finally being able to change your hairstyle? I know I'm looking forward to quite a few different things, so let me know what you think. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, please don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications to keep updated on all the future updates, guides, and news from Arrakis. Until next time, sleepers, stay safe out there, and may Shai Halud spare your thopter. Bye!
They say the desert's empty, that the echoes fade away. But I see the sun still rising on another brighter day. The whispers call it over, but I know they're wrong this time, 'cause the storm is in the making, and the stars are gonna shine. The sand remembers every step, every dream we left behind. And I believe we're not done yet, the future's ours to find. We'll rise from the sand, like the desert wind will stand. Through the trials, through the fight, we'll bring the dunes back to life. Oh, the journey's just begun. This story's far from done. Dune Awakening will rise again, together as one. Some say the spice is fading, that the battles lost their flame. But I see new horizons, breathing hope into the game. For every soul that's waiting for the corner right again, the desert's still alive, and it's reaching for our hands. The sun remembers every voice, every laughter, every fight, and I know we've still got a choice to bring it back to life. We'll rise from the sand, like the desert wind will stand. Through the trials, through the fight, we'll bring the dunes back to life. Oh, the journey's just begun. This story's far from done. Dune Awakening will rise again, together as one. The desert may test us, but hope is our flame. We're stronger together, this is more than a game. Every fall's a beginning, every loss makes us strong. In the silence of the desert, we'll keep singing this song. We'll rise from the sand, like the desert wind will stand. Through the trials, through the fight, we'll bring the dunes back to